Hey, how you doing? This is Gary Bledsoe, and I'm coming to you from my home office in San Antonio, Texas. And let me ask you a question. Do you want to know when enough is enough? Well, I'm going to show you that right now. Stay tuned. Do you remember when you were little and you were growing up and you had that favorite pair of pants or that favorite shirt that you wanted to wear and you really loved it, you liked it so much that when you started getting older and you started getting bigger and getting taller, that shirt or those pairs of pants, that pair of pants was not fitting you anymore. Maybe they became a little high waters. The shirt became a little tight, that if you moved a certain way that it would just, may pop, or, you try to stretch it as much as you can and you just can't stretch. Well, that's what happens to a lot of people. They don't realize when enough is enough. And what they do is they hold on to something that is no longer for them. They hold on to things that no longer fit them. If something is not a fit for you, you need to learn how to let it go. Take the shirt off, take the pants off, toss them away, or donate them, or whatever it is, give them to someone else, and go get you a new pair of pants and go get you a new shirt. You know why I say that? My wife and I talk to a lot of people, on a daily basis, and we speak to a lot of people, and we hear the same thing over and over, and I'm going to sum it up what we hear. We hear, this is not working for me, this is not happening, this is not doing the right thing, but, I don't understand why it's like that. So then the next question my wife and I ask is, so why are you still there? Why don't you try to do something different? Ever thought about doing something different? It's not to be against what you're doing. It's just, you ever thought about maybe it's not for you? Maybe it's something for, you need to do something different? Then we hear, no, I'm going to, I can't. Or they let peer pressure from others get them to feel like they have to be loyal to something. This is what I call it. A lot of people say the definition of insanity is being loyal to, is doing something over and over expecting different results. Well, I'm going to add to that. The definition of insanity is it's doing the same thing over and over again and having a loyalty to the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result and expecting that loyalty to reward you later on. And guess what? It never does. Then you sit yourself there going, oh my God, WTH. And that's what happens. Oh my God, WTH. That's what happens at a job. We get on these jobs when we're young, and they promise us they're going to give us this, they're going to give us that. And then we wind up being there 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and we realize that we're still waiting for this that they promised and that they promised. Well, that happens also when you're starting a home business. Some people get into companies, and they might work their behind off, but they're in the wrong vehicle. Guess what happens? It doesn't work for them. They need to move on. But then some people get into that vehicle, something that has a strong vehicle, and they're bringing the old habits over. So they haven't changed, they're holding on to a loyalty of being the way they were. And they need to get rid of that in order to go on to the next thing. Whenever you're trying to do something and it's not working for you, that's the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, trying to give you a wake-up call and telling you, it's not working there, buddy. Why don't you go to something else? Why don't you try something else? Why don't you change yourself? Why don't you read more? Why don't you self-improve? Why don't you be a little bit more nicer? Why don't you try to be a little bit more positive? Why don't you increase your skills of talking? Things like that. That's what people don't understand. They hold on. They hold on to something. They keep doing the same thing. They keep having a loyalty to something. That shirt, those pairs of pants that are too small, they keep holding on to it, expecting it to grow. And it's never going to grow for you. It's never going to get big. If you keep having the same stinking thinking that that's okay, you're never going to have the right kind of results later on in life. So stop holding on to things. Stop having a loyalty to something because you think you should have it because peer pressure's out there. Don't worry about peer pressure. See, the ones that are different, those are the ones that change things. The ones that are ready to go against the grain, those are the ones that make things happen in this world. Be the person that's going to go against things. Stop holding on to things because you're getting a little perk. I mean, I see people stay at a job to retire and get a watch. Stay in a job, retire to get a plaque. Stay in a job, retire to get... I don't want no plaque. I just want the financial freedom. So if I'm staying in a job and it's not giving me financial freedom, they're going to give me a watch instead. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw it right back at them and say, hey, I don't want that watch. I'm going to get financial freedom so I can buy all of the watches. That's what you need to be focusing on. Don't worry about getting a little flowers and centerpiece and a little plaque here. Stop worrying about that. Focus on getting that out of your system. Get that shirt off, that too tight shirt, that too tight pants that you have outgrown, and get into something else that's going to give you a better reward. That's going to give you more space to move around in. That's going to give you a better fit, not high waters. I hope this really helps you, and I hope you really understand that when enough is enough, the universe is going to shake you up. It's going to let you know you need to open your heart, open your mind, open your ears, open your eyes, and realize that this is what's happening and move on to that next thing. Take that shirt off, take those pants off, and go out there and get you some new shirts and some new pants. So if this helped you and brought value, please share it with other people. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you watching it, and have a great day.
Thank you.